welcome again to Africa, and indeed, Bhubesi Prize Rugby in Africa 2013.
A ferry crossing at Kazangula provided the transit from Zambia into Botswana, and the team's gateway to community work in the country's capital, Gaborone. The city accounts for a tenth of this vast country's relatively small population of 2 million. Bhubesi Pride's area of focus is in Old Naledi, and in particular with an NGO called the Kamelo Project, which works with underprivileged children, orphaned and vulnerable from local schools.
Hosted by Marua Pula School, the coaching team was also boosted by the arrival of Amsterdam-based Dutchman Barry Flick and British fiancée Karen Cardy. Strengthening the available coaching provision, both would stay with the Pride for the remaining 4 weeks of this year's project work, continuing into Namibia and South Africa.
Supported by G4S Botswana's business unit, local NGO community workers and the Botswana Rugby Union, who facilitated transport for children, the use of the Hogs rugby ground and provided energetic young players and coaches, the daily clinics were attended by hundreds of children, all preparing for a big final day of fun, inclusive games.
For me, I think this is a welcome development to the community of Old Naledi, to the Botswana country as a whole. I've seen them friendship being built, I've seen people being reconciling with each other because of sport. And then working with the kids coming up from the same environment, trying to tell the kids that rugby or sport can unite. I'm so happy about this, and I would like to see more of this happening to these kids, to the community of Old Naledi.
Namibia was next, and after the drive west via Windhoek, the team headed south to Rehoboth. Situated in the Hardap region, the town is a hotbed for rugby and proud of what the sport represents in this welcoming community. Following months of careful preparation, in close collaboration with local education stakeholders and driven brilliantly by G4S Namibia HR Director Victoria Kanyore and her expert team of staff, Bhubesi Pride was provided a full-on coaching schedule here, complemented well by year group educational health and safety talks. Bhubesi Pride first established a relationship with Origo Primary 3 years ago.
Since then, the organisation has linked up with a further 5 schools. Split across 6 schools for the week, the Pride's coaches were allocated 1 school each and, working alongside teachers and contributing to ongoing rugby development, ran coaching sessions throughout the day from under 6 to under 13 level.
All play contact, with the early ages engaging in a form known as Chocker Rugby.
Next week, after this whole initiative, I'll be having debriefing sessions with all the teachers that were involved in the coaching clinic. We will then be looking at how much was this value adding for them, what do we need to do, where do we need to improve, do we feel that in future we would want to branch out to other regions so that we can create more awareness across Namibia in terms of rugby and more so with regards to youth development through sport.
Day 6 saw Bhubesi Pride's largest festival day of the year. Over 500 boys and girls taking part in rugby and netball tournaments, with around the same number in attendance as spectators, media and press presence, music from DJs and local radio, and visiting G4S directors and executives flying in from South Africa.
The rugby in totality in Rehoboth is great, it's a good thing, it's a huge thing in our community. Throughout the week it was great because we incorporated the teams being at different schools. All 6 schools got exposure from the Bhubesi Pride guys coming in. Throughout the week, out this tournament, it was just great.
Travelling via the Namib Naukluft and Fish River Canyon, the team entered South Africa greeted by Grubby's Falls, before heading for partner schools in Port Elizabeth, the Eastern Cape Town generating increased rugby interest. Thanks to the ongoing relationship with Sedba School in the UK, funds have been raised for a new netball court at Mzongani Primary, one of 3 schools Bhubesi Pride is working with in the area. The playing surface is scheduled for completion ahead of a visit by a touring Sedba girls squad, who will also carry out coaching clinics with pupils on this very site. The court is a legacy Bhubesi Pride is thrilled to have inspired.
Pride coaches here teamed up with Itembelikle Comprehensive Rugby Squad boys to deliver a week of excellent training clinics in the Zwede Township, Touch for Girls, Contact for Boys. With excellent session attendance in the week before school holidays, players trained hard, knowing they'd be representing their school in a hotly contested rugby festival day. As in Namibia, G4S prepared daily lunch packs and led meaningful educational talks with the pupils.
Pearson High School was a fitting venue for Bhubesi Pride's final tournament day in 2013. It saw the main pitch shared for competitive boys and girls rugby games, with all 3 Zweden schools taking part, as well as meaningful life skills activities delivered to groups by G4S and United Through Sport staff. Mzumngani recorded the overall school win and, with representation from Super Rugby team the Southern Kings in attendance, speeches and thank yous concluded the day and a hugely successful Year 2 programme in Africa.
So nice that the community is really involved. It's not only the people that's involved. Everybody from the community has come together to see what a different sport can make. We definitely see opportunities to expand the program. We are on board for 2014 all the way. We've always been quite keen to get involved in terms of community projects that could make a difference to the youth. Bhubesi is really making a significant difference in the life of children, teachers, the communities around us.
To find out more and to get involved, visit our website at rugbyinafrica.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.